Walking for Hope is a charity that I co-founded after the loss of my son, and it's we provide outdoor activities, walks, craft groups to help people, and it's about connecting with nature, people that struggle with normal day-to-day life, and help people build mental resilience and develop coping mechanisms to give them a joyful life, and work with others as well that have lost children and people to suicide, and deal with basically the people that deal with everyday thoughts and have bad thoughts that could be quite fatal to them. So we give them coping mechanisms. I've become an extreme hiker is probably the best term to use, and also become my own advocate to strengthen my own mental resilience to deal with having negative thoughts after the loss of my son. This has led to me doing challenges throughout the peaks, the mountains, carrying a bathtub is one big thing which we did last year, over to Wrexham dressed as Deadpool as well. For me, I need to be more than what I suffer, and I take a lot of solace in pushing myself mentally to be more than what I suffer and dealing with these thoughts instead of waking up and so for the best choice of words, I don't want to sound derogatory, not feel sorry for myself every morning, I wake up, think, do you know what, I've got to do this without my son anymore. I find my son in my heart, and I go on and I take one step each day to keep doing this, and I do this through building mental resilience and giving myself a bigger toolbox to be a better person and provide more support for others.
Well, in Light in the Shadows predominantly is a male mental health group, 18 plus, but they do help other people, women, children. Anybody needs help, they will be there for them. I got in touch with our local MP, who was also a friend of our Sean's. He put me onto Light in the Shadows, run by two men, Rory and Steve. I met them in Witherspoons, and from there, I just basically dedicate myself to them, to that charity. And I've earned, since then, I'm £30,000 with stupid things that I've done. I've actually done 1,000 mile in 10 days, twice. 100 miles per day, which I'm still suffering from. Coast to coast bike rides, lots of little things, like 2 half marathons, Nottingham half marathon twice. I've done the London half marathon once.
I am one of the trustees. We've got 9 trustees, and I am in charge of the events for the Lashes Foundation. So I put on all the events, any fundraising, I try and get involved. So yeah, that's my little role. The Lashes Foundation is in memory of Evie Wilson. So we made a pact to keep her legacy alive by setting up a registered charity. To date, we've been going just over 3 years. We've raised just short of £300,000, which is an incredible amount of money. We're not just a mental health charity. We give to lots of different organisations. We help out local councils, etc., as well as individuals in the community. We give out food vouchers. We give out vouchers if people need like a washing machine, beds. We've given beds out to children that are sleeping on the floor. We do give mental health support for, it's a campaign called Helping You to Be You, that you don't have to wait for. You know, within a few days we generally get you some help. It's like a huge umbrella. We don't do one specific thing, but we do lots of things for the community. So pretty much anything, helping people that are down on the luck, but also helping people that have got a special talent. We sent somebody to the Olympics and he won gold. He was a fencer. He couldn't get the funding, so we helped him a little bit, and yeah, it's all good for the charity.
There's no major route set at the moment for it, and this is a big thing for me, because nothing in life is permanent. When you lose a child, you have to learn to adapt, and things can change just like that. So, but I'm having some stability with it, in the fact that I want to start visiting, I want to show my appreciation to companies within the Mansfield-Ashfield area that have got behind us, myself. This ain't just about our charity Walking for Hope, as you'll know. I'm doing this event in particular for a charity called Lashes Foundation as well, and I've got a friend joining me who supports Light in the Shadows. But I want to visit all these places, and I want to actually visit support groups on the route. I want to do short videos. I want to compile a video together after all this to show people what is actually out there. What I do is about inspiring people, inspiring myself to get out of bed every morning, to move forward and find my son in my heart and have that hope and give others the hope and show people there is actually stuff out there. The difficult thing is we need to be ready for that help. We need to have that belief in ourselves that we want to go on, and every single one of us is worth our own love.
The night before, he came to our house to collect his workwear for the next day. It was a Monday. No idea whatsoever. He was happy. His dog was with us, Millie. Happy. Tuesday, I went into work. No Sean. There's people who work with asking about him. I said, I don't know. Then I started to panic a little bit. Thought about accident. I rung his mum up, Julie. Nothing. So then we decided, I picked my wife up, then we went down to his flat. He's only been in the flat a week. So we went down. Couldn't get indoors locked, blinds, everything. So we rung the police. The police come, and our Mark come as well. The police wouldn't go in the house because there's no danger, no imminent danger. Or flat, sorry, no imminent danger. So we're panicking a little bit, couldn't get in. 2 policemen was there, who by the way was fantastic. I said, this rammer. I said, give me the rammer, because they couldn't do it. I picked this rammer up. I hit the door 3 or 4 times. Our Mark did. Never even dinted it. In fact, I knocked the frame out more than a little. As it went on, we started to panic then. Luckily, one of the, I think it was our Mark's partner, Louise, thought about getting a key from Nottingham. She went in touch with the company, went to Nottingham, bought the key. And I do thank God for this. I didn't get in. If I had got in there, I'd have opened the door, that's where Sean was. Then that just did me. I went in a heap, Julie did. I was to this, it's like it was last week. It really was, it's like it was last week. And I still don't know how I coped. Looked at the police, as I say, were fantastic and they consoled and this and that. I didn't know what to do. I rung my mum up, friends up, because some of his friends came down from Keyline to look for him. And that was it. And from that day, I lost hope, lost everything. I lost my son. Never get over it, never will do. I don't want to get over it. People say, you know, time's a healer, but no, not for me. After a few weeks, I got in touch again, with our MP, Lee, with a friend who was actually Sean the week before. I wanted to do something. And from then, Lee introduced me to Light the Shadows. That was it. And I've dedicated my life to help him. Then I was lucky enough to meet John. When I say lucky enough, he got me on this crazy thing, Monday, to help him with this 100 mile in 24 hours. But I keep telling him, I'm an ex-miner, 31 years mining. I've got dust on my lungs. But, you know, I'm going to go for it. I've also been fortunate to go to 10 Downing Street. I've met the health minister, I've been to debates, I've met the 3 walking dads, a good conversation with them, what they wanted to do, and now it's all about suicide prevention, getting people to know about it, to stop it, as I can. John got me in touch with Lashes, I've done a bit of work following them, and for me, start at a young age, we've got to start bringing it to schools for sure, and that's what I want to do. No matter what happened, don't bother about me. I've got a good mindset. I will do this 100 miles with John. Probably not as fast as him because he can walk pretty well. He says I can run faster. Yes, for a 10 mile, not 100. But I'm going to go for it. And I will do it.
There's lots of people in this area, in the Mansfield area and Ashfield, that do need our help. And there's lots of other charities that are nationwide, but we're not. We are literally Ashfield and Mansfield. Keep all the money in the vicinity, because the people that donate to us, we give back to them.
I wanted to initially do this to raise funds for actually getting specific support for young people with therapy, and part of the process, what the Lashes actually do, they've actually done this. They've provided short-term therapy for people that have been on waiting lists, amongst many things, and something in particular stood out to me of just something so simple of grants for children that don't even have mattresses to sleep on. I remember reading that. I think it might have been in a video you shared actually, with an interview with Lee, and that touched me. That in itself is one of the biggest suicide preventative measures that don't get recognised. I think all the little things like that are so important that we take for granted for these children. That's And I've met Lee a few times now. We all navigate our grief differently. He put so much into this. A foundation is set up, and that's why I've chosen Lashes to support those. It's not just about our own individual branding and charities. I'm here representing our charity Walking for Hope, but it's important for me to show what else is out there and support them. And the Enlighten the Shadows, I met Graham Link. 20 years this guy's got on me. He runs faster than me. I'm nothing special. This guy runs faster than me. You to see him in action.
I'm doing 5 marathons in 5 days. After that, I'm going to be climbing 50,000 feet on the bike, 50,000 feet of climbing in 5 days, 10,000 feet a day, which that's something I've never been good at hills. In fact, in May, I'm going to do coast to coast as well, Bridlington to Morecambe. I think later on in the year, I'll get something else planned, and I want to continue helping Lashes and John Walking for Hope, for sure, as well as my old charity.
I think it's fantastic that charities can come together. I don't think it's one against the other. I think it's the fact that, we're working with Walking for Hope and Enlightening the Shadows in Sam's name. We've got a football tournament coming up with the Angels United, and that is all dads that have had children that have lost their lives. But I just think forcing numbers, everybody get together, and we can just try and change, unfortunately, what keeps happening to these young people.
There's lots of mental health charities available. Get in touch with me, get in touch with John, Lashes, Bottled Up Blokes, Men That Matter. There's lots of mental health groups in this area. Get in touch and talk. You must talk. Don't let it bottle up, because that's the downward spiral for sure. Talk. If our Sean had done that, he'd still been here today. If sure, 100%. Just should have spoke, just said something, anything, and I'd been straight there with him, because the things we've done together, Australia, America, the things he's done, the world has seen, and to do that, and I don't know why. The police got his phone, for instance. They had it 18 months. Couldn't get into his phone, give some explanation why he did it. Couldn't get into it. They gave me his phone back after 18 months. Still got his phone, and I don't want to know now. I really don't. I don't want to know. For me now, my future is one: suicide awareness. Stop people committing suicide. That's children, that's men, women. Stop it. And that's what I'm here, and that's what I'm going to do.
John's very passionate about children's mental health, young people's mental health, because it is generally young people that are suffering with their mental health. So me and John have been friends a while. We've helped each other out. And he approached me and said, I'd like to do it for Lashes to put towards your mental health campaign, which is great. We're happy to support him, and we're happy that he's chosen us.
There's something I love to hear, right? We see it all the time. Be kind, and it's okay not to be okay. And personally, I think these things should be common sense and should be taught in schools anyway, those sort of things. But then it's okay to not be okay, but then we need to look at how we're going to target that sometimes. And when we're in these dark places, we have to understand sometimes we have to become our own hero and believe in ourselves. I think it's so important to believe in yourself. I really do. Every single one of us has something special inside of ourselves. It's there for all of us. You've just got to find it. And I will spend my life devoting myself to being an inspiration to show others we can find this inside ourselves, despite how much trauma we've gone through. I think believing in yourself and being your own hero, inspiring yourself. Get up, do it for you. It's all right doing it for other people, but you need to be able to get up and do it for you. Naturally then, you do stuff for other people. It just happens. It's just a natural process.
On the 20th of December when he went, we had a meeting at his grave. So lots of his friends came, ETS came. And I was told then that Sean's legacy, the money that I've actually got for Enlighten the Shadows, saved 70 lives. I mean, I think to myself, God took Sean to help other people. That keeps me going. It really does. 70 lives and more. And that's what's keeping me going. Why did Sean go and do what he did when he's right as rain? Nothing wrong. He got no bills. He didn't take drugs. Nothing. So he just decided, from leaving our house on that Monday to coming to Manchester, to his flat, he decided to do what he did. I don't understand it. I never will understand it. But I do want other people to try and understand, to talk about it. That's the basic, you ought to talk about it. The money that we have earned, we have got a place in Kirkby and Ashford, back at the Doghouse pub, which Mondays and Fridays, people can come, get in touch, there's somewhere they'll talk to them. You know, get it off the chest, whatever it is. They need to talk first, they need to. That's the basic. Once you get them talking, then you can help.
To not stop constantly, it's 4.16666667, I think, miles per hour. So I've worked that roughly like that. But it's about turning up and putting one foot in front of the other. I want it to be in 24 hours, and I'll do everything I possibly can to as well to make sure that happens. But if it goes over, it goes over a little bit. Like I say, things aren't permanent in life, and it's an important message to put there, and we still need to carry on even if things do go off track a little bit, do you know what I mean? But to end it, during the darker hours and going through the night, we'll be lapping the Sutton Reservoir, which is a running route about 1.4 miles, I think, roughly. So we'll be lapping that for anybody to join us in the Mansfield-Ashfield area, where all the business is shut. We've gone and shown our thanks to everybody who's been involved in some way. So get in touch as well, guys, if you want to be a part of this route, because it's just clocking up the miles, and I'll be sharing my location through Strava. So if you're feeling rough, you're feeling bad, you're having a difficult time, you want to come and join us, you want to be inspired, you want to inspire yourself, come and join us for a lap of the rest through the evening, guys, as well.
I'm not dreading it, to be fair, but I've got the mindset to do it. I have, and I actually did a 10-mile run this morning. I did a 13-mile run the day before. You know, and I'm suffering. And I think I've got 100 miles to do. I'm putting out buying socks, buying insoles, the lot. But I will do it. I might not do it in the time, John, 24 hours. But he says he's going to come back Tuesday tea time to see if I'm still walking around Sutton Res, which I will be. I'll not stop. I'll keep on going. I need to maintain Sean's legacy. I need to help Lashes. I need to help Walking Throat and hundreds of other people. And that's the way to do it. Bring awareness.
To do 100 miles as an ultra marathon, for an ultra marathon runner, ultra runners, is like a golden ticket. Some people are in a position where they train a year or two for it. It take a good year's training at least, or it take their entire life's training for it. I'm going basically based on pure mindset. I'm physically fit enough to be able to attempt it to a certain degree, but I'm going to be relying majority of the time on pure mindset. So on Monday the 20th of January is known this year. It falls on this is Blue Monday, which is apparently one of the most depressing days of the year. Also happens to be what would be Jake's 20th birthday, and I can't think of anything better to fuel me and to give me coping mechanisms to get out there on my son's birthday and put myself in that place I need to be in to make that happen. I go to a beautiful place with my son doing these challenges, and it gives me the strength to show others we can do more than what we suffer. So I'll be attempting 100 miles in 24 hours. If I can get it done in 24 hours, bonus, but I am not stopping until I reach 100 miles.